Hi friends, today we're continuing learning about selections by checking out the magic wand tool. I found an appropriate image for this exercise. First, you want to make sure you're on the layer of the image with the pixels on it, so the magic wand layer. Over here on the left, you want to find your magic wand tool, which is probably hidden underneath your object selection tool. The shortcut is W, and it's the third one down. With my magic wand tool, I can click in an area of the photo, and with the default settings, it's going to reach out and connect all the areas that are about the same color as where I clicked. So you'll notice that it went along the edge of the magic wand, up and around through this area here, down, and it even was able to make it through this little opening in the ribbons to connect all of this area as part of my selection. So right now I have most of the background selected, but not the area between the strands. So for instance, if I were to delete the background right now, I've gotten rid of most of it, but these pieces are still around. So I'm going to go back to the point where I have most of the background selected. At this point, I want to use Shift, the shortcut, to add to my selection. It's the same as clicking here at the top left to add to my selection. So you'll notice now when I add Shift, that's highlighted. I also see the plus sign next to my tool. So I'm going to hold down Shift, and I'm going to come in and add all these little missing areas to my selection. And I have to click carefully because if I click too far over and get into the wand itself, it's going to add the ribbons to my selection instead of the background. What you can do if that happens, if I click too far over and I get too much of the wand, like maybe I click there and I don't want these added, I can at this point just do Control Z to go back. This is looking pretty good though. So at this point, we're just going to delete the background and see if we missed anything. I can hold Shift at this point. I realize I missed this little chunk. So I'm holding Shift, clicking in there, and then clicking delete at that point. You can go in, I know it gets really pixelated at this size, but you can come in and get rid of this little black chunk as well. Just click carefully so you don't get too much of the wand. And once I have those areas selected, I can do delete and get rid of those too. When I'm all done, I'm going to do deselect to get rid of my marching ants or my active selection and be able to kind of work with the whole image again. So that's looking pretty good for just a quick background removal. At this point, you can save your work. All I need to see is a JPEG. So I can go up to File, Save As on my computer and change the Save As type to JPEG. Just make sure you know where it's saving to and what it's calling your file. I'm going to name it last name wand tool and save. Okay, when this pop-up comes up and you're all set. Now, here are some tips for the folks that stuck around till the end of this demo. Congratulations. I want to show you a couple more things that will help. Some options up here at the top where it says tolerance. You can increase the tolerance of how much it grabs all at once by changing that number, or decrease it by lowering it so it has less tolerance for how much it includes of your selection. Also, you can change the area that it samples from. So these are some things you can change, but the contiguous part, if you uncheck that, right now when I click, it's only sampling or including the parts that touch each other, the contiguous parts. But if I uncheck that, it will go through the whole photo and select pretty much everything that is about the same as where I click. So for the folks that stuck around, you can do this literally in one click and then click delete. And there goes our background. Way easier, right? So stick around till the end of the demos and you'll pick up some extra helpful stuff.